On the previous tutorial, we installed our software that we need in order for us to start programming. On this video, we are going to actually start programming, and we are going to write our Hello World application. This is the very first programming that any computer science student writes in their first programming class. So in order to do that, since we already have that software downloaded, I'm gonna go to Go menu on the top of my Mac. In Windows, you're probably going to see the icon on the desktop, and then you can just double click on that, and it will open. It's the name of that application is going to be. So I'm going to go to application, and then it's called IntelliJ IDEA CE. CE means Community Edition. I also have the other one, which is Ultimate, but since I want you guys to follow with me, I'm going to be using exact same thing that you guys are going to be using. So I'm going to double click on this one, and for the first time it's telling me that this is downloaded from internet and not from the Apple Store. So I just have to, this is the warning that Mac is giving me. So I'll just click on open, and I got this one. So I think I have to scroll through this, and it's going to let me continue. Click on continue, and this is what I'm going to see. You can either choose dark theme or you can choose light theme. I'm going to go ahead and choose light theme so that it's easier for you guys to see, and I'll just click on skip remaining and set defaults. So this is what I'm gonna see my next window. So here I'm going to click on create a new project, and then I'm going to pick Java as my option. And since we have already downloaded Java 14 previously, that is already selected as default. So I'm going to go ahead and click next, and again click next, and over here I have to tell where do I want to save project. So on my case, it's going to be under my user / idea project / and I'm going to give this name Hello World. So you can do exactly what I am doing. The name of this very first project is going to be Hello World, and then I'll just go ahead and click finish, and this is the window that I'm going to see. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a font little bigger so you guys will be able to see me doing this. So maybe, I don't know, 18, hopefully that is going to be fine. And I'm going to use this Monaco font. So hopefully, if that is too big, oh man, that is too big, so I don't want to use this. I only wanted to change the font, so I think you guys will be able to see that. So on the left hand side, I am seeing the name of the project. This .idea file, you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about anything. Only thing that you have to worry about is this src folder. So on this src folder, I'm going to right click on this one, create new, and then I'm going to click on Java class, and the name of this class is, I'm going to name this as Hello World, and then just hit enter, and I'm going to say public class Hello World, open curly braces, close curly braces. I wanted to make font little bigger so that it's easy for you guys to see. Let me see if I'm able to just change the editor. So looks like there is one. Okay, so I want to use Monaco, and maybe 18 should be fine. Okay, let's put 20. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. So this is the structure of Java programming. We have the name of the file, which is hello world, and it's going to correspond to this hello world.java. And over here we see public class hello world, open curly braces, close curly braces. Everything that we are going to write, it's going to be inside this open and close curly braces. I don't want to go into deep detail about this public class. Eventually, you guys will understand, but for now, let's go ahead and start writing programming. So first thing that we need to do is that Java will need starting point. So let's say that you're starting something, or like you're doing something. There is always a starting point. Like let's say you're taking a class, the starting point is the first day of your class. Just like that, in Java programming, we need to tell Java, this is where we want our program to start, and the name of that method, where the name of that thing where the program is going to start, is called main method. And this is how we have to write main method. So I'm going to say public static void main. So this is our starting point. So after I write public space static space void space main, I'm going to put open and close parentheses, and inside this we have to type string, and then opening bracket, close bracket, space args, and then at the end I need to type opening curly braces and closing curly braces, and just hit enter. So the actual code that we are going to write is going to be inside this. So on the outside we have public class hello world, on the inside we have public static void main. So this public static void main, open parenthesis, string, bracket, or close parenthesis, and then opening and closing curly braces. This is the starting point of any Java programming. This is where Java is going to find out, this we have to tell Java this is where our program is going to start. So public static void main method is the starting point of the Java programming. Inside that we are going to write system, and then dot out dot println, and then so I'm going to print ln, opening and closing parentheses, and I need to put semicolon. This semicolon means this is the end of the current line. In programming, we have to put semicolon at the end of the line, except when it is method, then we don't need to worry about this. Like for example, you can see there is opening and closing curly braces, there is no semicolon after the closing curly braces. But since this is a statement, the semicolon means that this is where the current line is going to end. So system.out.println, and inside that I'm going to create a double quotation mark. So quotation, and inside quotation I'll say hello world. And that is our first programming language. This is our first programming. This is our first application. It's really simple. This is just going to print hello world in the console. So when I want to run it, I have to click on this green button, and then I'll say run hello world.main. So on the output, I am going to see hello world. So this is the very first Java programming. On this instead of hello world, I can also say hello Sam and hit run, and it's going to change it to Sam. Alright, so this was our first application on Java programming. And hopefully at this point you are really frustrated, like you don't know what the hell is public static void main, and you see bunch of opening, closing curly braces, semicolon, quotation. That is absolutely fine. I started learning when I was 15, and in the beginning I gave up so many times. Like it was extremely difficult. I probably gave up like more than 80 times before I continue to move forward. So it's definitely not going to be easy, but with enough practice, it will just come along naturally. So hopefully, you learned something, and hopefully you're not going to give up. In the next video, I'm going to explain what this public static void main means, and then from there we are going to move forward to other tutorials. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this. Also, lastly, I want to tell you that if you don't get this, don't worry. Just type this same code that I have written on the screen maybe like 10-15 times, and make mistakes, and if you got stuck, look at what I have done and find your mistake. Just keep on practicing so that you'll get used to it.